Just so YouTube knows, I have clothes on. It's a little shirt, but you know, gotta give it my ooh.
Can you hold my hands and be my guide? Clouds filled with stars cover your skies, and I hope it rains. You're the perfect.
Today, I feel like I have no titties, but it's not about my titties. But today's video is kind of going to be a different kind of video because I am not this girl anymore. I do not play around and test my realness in this aspect anymore. Like, I know there's girls every day who go and like kind of get a kick out of like saying like, oh, this guy didn't know I was trans. I did this, and this with him. When like, you know, we've all been there, and those kinds of things are very dangerous when you are, you know, a girl like this. I am just making this video because I kind of want to share my experience when this guy kind of found out I was trans, and I wouldn't say it was like a bad experience. It was just almost like a little bit like, fishy. And it kind of led me to like start thinking a certain way about certain things. Yeah, in terms of like the men in my town, especially because they talk very oddly, which is very funny to me. I should say boys, because that's what it gives. Boys, little boys. I think it was honestly last year. Now, I do take full accountability for like, you know, not really shutting stuff down. But like when you're in certain situations as a girl, you're kind of like, okay, I don't know how this could go. So I'm gonna just go with it and like hope for the best. Because it's like, honestly, if you draw too much attention to the situation, like you never know which direction it could go. So you kind of want to like play it safe. My cousin and I at the time, we were like a duo. Like every time you seen her out, you saw me, and if you saw me out, you saw her. Like we were never too far away from each other. Like we was always going out every night. Like I remember there was like a whole summer where we were going out every day, and then like into the winter, into the next summer, we were going out, and it was just, we was all sad, for real. Thank God I calmed down because I'm not really into those types of things anymore. Also, if my makeup looks bad, it's because it's makeup been on all day. Okay? Makeup been on all day. I'm kind of going to be serious because this is like a serious topic, but I'm not a serious person. So let's see what this kind of gives us. It was a night where we kind of like were hitting like the downtown bars and like club type set. I do remember that like we hit one spot first to pregame because it was like across the street. And then like there was like one spot where we would like hit, but then like they started playing like really bad music. So we stopped going. Like the music would be lit and then all of a sudden it would just be trash. So it was like, we're not, sorry if I keep playing with my hair. Like I didn't want to recurl it, so I just kind of left it, but it's like not hitting the way I wanted to. We stopped going to this one spot. And we were going to another spot. I remember we were like, let's just try this spot. Let's try the old spot again. So we had gone in. The guy at the door knows us. Like, we don't got to show ID. We get to cut the lines and everything. And girls on the line hating it real bad. Like, real bad. Like, mind you, I got spooked in that spot mad times. But I used to just push through every week. Like, what? Ain't nobody gonna stop me. I used to get spooked and come back. But yeah, that was kind of the thing. Like I got spooked, came back, and like, you know, nothing ever happened. Mind you, this night my cousin and I have been dancing. I believe that it was like past like 12 o'clock at this point. And we had ran into these two guys. My cousin goes up to him and like, I think she hugs him and kisses him on the cheek. And they're like dancing for a little bit, and he was there with a friend, and the friend and I kind of like did our little hellos and whatever. But kind of like as we were speaking, like the friend was giving me like ick vibes because he was just telling me like, oh, we could be so good together, like this and that, like, oh my God, you're so beautiful, like I want you to be my girl, this and that. And I was getting freaked out because mind you, I was drunk. So I was like, wait, what's going on? Like this is too much. Like I'm just here to like chill and dance, and you talking about getting married and being romantic. I'm like, yeah, but not the right setting. So okay, not the right setting. So I kind of was like creeped out by the friend, and mind you, we had been speaking for like maybe 5 minutes, and within those 5 minutes, he was already telling me how he wanted me to be his girl. Sir, it doesn't work like that. Kind of had told my cousin had told him. So, or the guy that she was dancing with, she was telling him how he was being weird towards me. So she kind of fixed that for me because he pulled his friend away and they walked away. And I guess he kind of cooled him off. And he had came back 10 minutes later. Mind you, during this time, me and my cousin were socializing with other people because we knew other people in that area. Because mind you, we would go there every week. So every week we're making new friends. We were dancing with new people. And so we were just kind of mingling and dancing with new people every week. And it just gave. What it gave. That man gave. So there was this other guy that was trying to talk to me up against this other section of the club. Mind you, we were at another corner. We moved to this other corner after the guy was being weird. We moved to another corner and this guy was trying to talk to me. He was being really weird and not aggressive, but weird. You know how men are just when they're drunk. He was just doing too much for my liking. At this point, the guy had came back that my cousin was dancing with. I should give him names. I'm just gonna call my cousin, and we're gonna call the guy who, whatever, we're gonna call him C. So C had came back, and C was like, oh, do you guys want to get drinks? And I was like, hell yeah, mind you, I'm always there for a drink. But at this point, we was feeling it. We wasn't drunk, but we was drunk enough, to be, ignore the bad music. We had gone up to the bar, and we were just standing there, and C was like, oh, what do you guys want to drink? So I gave C my drink order. Mind you, at the time, I was a rum and coke girl down. Damn. If I wasn't drinking a rum and coke, I was doing a Malibu Babies, if I wanted to calm down, because it wasn't too, because Malibu Babies are really weak. If it's the end of the night and I've been drinking, I'm going to do a Malibu Babies to calm me down, because it's not going to take me there, but it's going to keep me here. We're waiting for the drinks, and we're kind of all just having conversation. It's my cousin, C, and me sitting at the bar. And I sitting at the bar, keep that grammar on tight. I don't know. C just all of a sudden turned his attention towards me randomly. And we were just talking, and C was just when a guy is feeling you and he's staring into you. He was kind of staring into my eyes while I was talking to him. But I was not really paying attention. I was just doing me, because I'm oh, he's here with my cousin, so I don't really got to worry about a man being in my face, because this is not my set to work. So I'm just there with a free drink. So I'm just chilling because C is talking to my cousin. I'm thinking he's with her. C literally kisses me on the cheek. I was shook, because I said, wait, this is so random. This is so freaking random. Because I'm when did his attention turn towards me for real? I was so confused, because I was wait, what? So I took my drink and I walked away, and my cousin followed me, and I said, he just kissed me on the freaking cheek. I was confused out of my freaking mind, because I'm now it's another boy that I gotta worry about and pay attention to for the night. Mind you, I don't think we saw him again until after the function. This was one of those places, you know how a place, after the place, it would still be lit, outside. So we was outside for, I think it was, another hour. And we saw him again there. And, he was I'm sorry for kissing you on the cheek or whatever, this and that. And we went on about our day or night. The next day comes around, and I think my cousin's talking to me, and she's yo, he's asking about you. I said, what? Literally, I don't understand what happened, what switched, because mind you, I wasn't giving him no play, because your attention should be on her. On her. But now it's on me. What's going on? So he told her that he was looking for me. I mean, not looking for me, but he was asking about me. I think he was just for days, he was just begging my cousin for my number or to talk to me or something like that. So eventually I kind of gave in, because it was they were in contact, right? They would FaceTime and this and that, whatever. And just one day, I think I just popped in on the FaceTime. Like, my cousin invited me. She was like, oh, he was asking about you. Can I invite you to the FaceTime? I was like, whatever. So mind you, you already know when you're in the presence of boys, you gotta put on that cunt voice. So I put on that cunt voice. I said, hey, what's up? Like, what's going on? Like, you know when you gotta bring that cunt voice out? Like, your voice is a little softer. You're not speaking as loud. Like, you gotta give them like, hey, what's up? That's so stupid that we have to do that. But so I was like, hey, what's up? Like, what's going on? Like, what's going on? What's going on? And I don't remember fully where it went after that, but I do remember he would like slide text me, be like, you're like the most beautiful girl, this and that. Mind you, I didn't even describe him. He was light skinned with a big head, and I think he was at least 6'1". Yeah, C was 6'1", I believe. It was just times when, like, you know, it was just that, like, you know, that was what would happen. Like, he would text me low key and be like, oh, are you guys going out this weekend? And we would be like, no, we're not going out. Or we would go out, or if we were going out and we didn't want to link him, we were like, oh, we're going to a different place. Mind you, because he lived closer to my cousin. My cousin lived like 30 minutes away, and he lived like maybe like 5 to 10 minutes away from her. And so that's like 35 minutes away from me. So I didn't really run into him. So yeah. But mind you, my town is small and people run in the same circle. Like, if you know this person knows that person that knows you. And you don't know that person, but you know of someone. Like, you know of certain people. Like, I don't know these people that know me, but they know me because of other people. And obviously, like, you know, if you learn hearing about me from other people, you asking about me. So I guess I'm a trending topic, little mama number sign. Want to play? Meet me at the fumble line, because I'm a ninja, cowabunga time. But anyways, back to the story. Is my hair even showing up? Because this hair is cunty. I don't even think it's showing up the color it is. But it was this one night where my cousin said that there was going to be like a bonfire, but it was going to be later after she got out of work or something. I think she was babysitting at the time. And so my cousin C and I had made plans to go to these people's apartment after the club, because they were going to continue drinking. Yeah, when we got there, or when we were driving, mind you, C is an alcoholic. I figured out that night, because we were driving and he almost hit somebody. Like, I was like, wait, whoa. And I don't know why my cousin did this, but that night she did not want to sit in the front seat. And I'm like, bitch, if you don't sit in the front seat and stop trying to play with me, like, sit in that goddamn motherfucking front seat. So she didn't want to sit in the front seat. I ended up having to sit in the front seat. And I was not paying him any mind. Like, I wasn't giving like, I wasn't giving this is going to happen vibes. I was giving let's get to the next location vibes. So mind you, I think I'm wearing all black and my hair is like all black. I have a video, but I'm not going to put it in because his face is in it. But honestly, I might put it in. But we get to the apartment and I'm like drunk. So I'm like chilling. And it's like a couple whose place we go to. So it's like a woman and a man. It's an apartment. So it's, I think, 5 of us. It's 5 of us and they're chilling. They're playing music. We're drinking, doing this and that. Mind you, I see like the guy from the couple. He just kept staring at me. And I'm like, what is he looking at? Like, for the life of me, I can't figure out what he's looking at. So I stand up. I get up to the bathroom and C smacks my ass. I said, oh man. Mind you, when you're a girl of a certain stature, of a certain experience, you don't play certain things or you don't do certain things because you don't want to draw attention and you don't want to be even involved in certain things because you don't want any type of like, oh, he was trying to do this, he was trying to do that. I wasn't trying to do nothing. I was trying to chill. I was trying to be fun. I was trying to be lit. I was trying to just be there. But now it's like some type of like, you touched me. Like, I didn't do too much because, you know, I'm drunk. I'm trying to go to the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom. I remember I came out the bathroom. We're chilling still. And like, it was whatever. I go back to sit down like on the couch. And this boy is just in my face, like, oh, why don't you let me take you out? Like, I could really treat you this. Like, we can go get a steak. Like, we can get like a bomb ass steak. Like, I can take you out, really do the damn thing. Like, but you playing like tight. And I'm like, stop. Like, you're doing OD, like, too much. Like, this is like a lot. Like, a lot. And I'm just trying to chill. Like, I'm really trying to chill. Like, he's in my mouth, like, pretty much. Like, and like, he's like touching me. And I'm like, this is too much. And like, but I'm drunk, so I'm like, why are you touching me? But like, I'm not really like being forceful enough. I'm like, can you stop? Like, I'm like doing like low key stuff. And like, but it's just like every time I look up, the guy from the other couple is staring at me. I forgot to mention that after we left, C was telling me, oh, the girl was like saying you were hot. I just think it would be really hot if you guys had like a threesome or something like that. So I don't know if they were like plotting on me, and that's why the couple was like staring at me and being weird. But I don't know. It was just weird to me. And you have a sixth sense when you are a doll, mind you. Looking back, I should have been like to my cousin, let's get up out of here. But I didn't say anything because I'm just trying to like chill, not ruin the vibes or anything. But nothing happened that night. I think we went out one more time. Everything was cool. But I was like, I'd be uncomfortable because I'd be like, people around here know my tea. And like, I'm going to get spooked one of these days. But like, I feel like if it's three of us, it's not giving like, oh, he's coming out here to be with me. You know what I mean? But apparently I be wrong. Like, I be so wrong. Like, I don't be saying next to people. I don't be doing nothing. I just be chilling. And people just be assuming things just because it's a man and a woman. Or a trans woman. Mind you, at this time, I left out a very big important part. At this time, I was talking to this guy. I think it was like, not the beginning of us talking. I think it was like, we've been talking for a couple months because I was out of the house. We were making dinner. Mind you, I did not like this boy at all. At all. But I was just there because I felt real. We were making dinner. Everything was chill. Everything was cool. Mind you, the whole vibes with C was like, oh, he's been trying to take me out. He's like on me heavy, sweating me heavy. Like there's no indication that anything is like going left, right? So I'm making dinner with, what's the name? He getting on my nerves. Like, we doing whatever. Like, I'm like, it's the end. Like, I think it's like either 9 or 10 p.m. And I get a FaceTime from C. I don't answer because, like, I'm like, what does he want? So, it's me coming back and whispering. So, and I'm just chilling with, he don't even need a name. I'm chilling with number 2. Only my friend knows why that's the name. Number 2. I'm chilling with number 2. And I get another FaceTime call from C. I pick up the phone and C is like, hey, mind you, I'm looking at the background. I hear music playing. And I'm like, either he is at a party. Mind you, it wasn't loud music. It was like music just playing. Or he's like in a chill spot and it's like friends and they're just playing music. He's like, hey, I have a question. Trans girl? Your head starts like, it's only one question he could be asking me right now. If you answer the phone and he's like, I have a question. Mind you, he said it like, not like rudely, but he said like, I have a question. I don't know. So I go to the other room. I'm like, I go to number 2's room and I answer the phone. I'm like, what's up? And he's like, I have a question. A lot of people have been telling me this, but are you a man? I said, what? No, like, what are you talking about? He said, I'm asking because multiple people have told me that, like, it's been like multiple people. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I was like, who are these people? He was like, that's not important, but yeah, no, multiple people. He's like, you're saying no though, right? And I said, yeah, no. And then like, I heard like somebody moving around. Like, I don't know if I heard somebody laughing or shuffling or something, but yeah, that was it. with that, like, that was it. That was the only question he asked me. He was like, okay. And you just already know, like, when someone, like, says that, they already know. Like, he wouldn't be asking me if, like, there wasn't already talk about me. Because randomly, why would you guys be talking about me? You know what I mean? Just randomly, out the blue. Why would I get a call from somebody who I'm not talking to, dealing with, or dunking? If we're not dealing, or any of the three F's, feeding or financing, then why are you discussing or talking about me or asking people about me? Like, I understand maybe you're inquiring about me, but it's like, why is there a conversation like that? Like, why are you, like, and then other people are asking me, I don't know these people. It's just so funny to me because people around this town will go and spread your business like wildfire. And I'm like, I don't know y'all. And it's like, y'all are asking about me, but I've never had a conversation with you, or you a day in my life. So that's just kind of what that conversation gave to me, because it sounded like there was people in the background because of the shuffling. So I was like, yeah, somebody been running around telling my tea. So from that moment forward, I never spoke to C ever again. I remember I had C blocked on Instagram for talking about Nikki or something like that, because, you know, I'm petty. Because if somebody is going to deliberately talk about somebody that I've said that I care for or I like a lot, if they're gonna go on and on and on about in tangents about what's wrong with them or why they're like trash or something like that, then like, no, you need to be blocked. So I blocked him on Instagram. I don't think I blocked his number. Or maybe I unblocked his number because, or whatever, I think we hung out or something like that, or ran into him or something. Yeah. So that's honestly like pretty much like the whole story. There is no juiciness. But I remember, oh wait, I skipped the whole part. After we left those people's apartments, we went to a bonfire and he was like in my face, like, and I had to like yell at him. I was like, I forgot what I was saying, but I was so drunk. I was like saying something. I think I was calling him annoying or something, but it was like, I don't even know if I have that video either. Like, but it was just, yeah. I already told you that that's how you work. You don't understand that. So I'm sorry that you don't get it, but I already told you that. So I'm saying you feel especially because you got blocked. After I told you, I don't know. Like, these boys just don't be listening. And I remember I was just yelling at him at the bonfire. I literally forgot what he was doing, but I feel like he was just being annoying or something like that. Or he was just like being too persistent. And I said no already. But like in those types of situations, I feel like it's like, I know I didn't do anything wrong, but it's like, it's just the fact that I kept denying you. And then you're going to go and ask like, you know, I just feel like it ended okay and it ended safe because this had happened a year ago. And I haven't ran into the person since. But, you know, it's just like, realistically, like, say, like, somebody asked that question in person, like, it would be a really different story. But it's like, I kind of hate the reality of these situations because, like, these situations happen all the time for girls like us. Me. You and I. But it's like, you honestly can't avoid this situation a lot of the time. Even if you aren't a willing participant, even if like you're just cool with people, like if you've been seen out with people, they're just gonna assume. And I hate that part about being trans because it's like, oh, you know, I hate that mentality because it's like, and what if they knew already? Like, you're just gonna look stupid. Like, you know what I mean? And then there's people who kind of play into that. They're like, they already know, but then they be like, oh, word? You already knew. You already knew. Not because it gives, but because it gives. Okay? Like, I don't know. That's the only reason, like, that's the only way I could figure it out, because, like, you have to be asking about me. Because I know what it gives, but, like, at the same time, like, it's like, leave me alone. Leave me alone, please. I'm not for the bullshit. I'm not. That's pretty much the whole story. That's my whole story time on the time that this guy figured out that I was transgender. But I denied it, but, I mean, you know, you went wrong. You weren't wrong, but I'm gonna deny that shit to my grave, because especially if like people are just randomly asking me questions like that, especially over the phone, and I'm like, what? That whole thing is like stupid. But that rest of the night that he, after the FaceTime call, I was like, damn, like, people really out here spooking me, like, clocking me. But, yeah, because, like, you had to have been, like, asking about me, showing pictures or something. Because it's like, there's no other way. There's really no other way. There's really no other way. There's no other way. There's no other way. There's no other way. There's no other way. You could just randomly just be, like, asking people. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So I hope you guys enjoy this video because I'm trying to push out more content this year. I'm trying to be a more active baddie on YouTube. But YouTube is getting hard, okay? YouTube is getting hard. Getting hard. But yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video because I will be back with more videos. I have no titties. Bye, guys.